JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Authorities intervene in dispute involving some corporate area schools. The Ministry of Education, school administrators, and the police have intervened in a dispute involving students from several corporate area high schools that is threatening to spiral out of control. The police say physical altercations, which started last week, have escalated with incidents taking place in the Halfway Tree and the Spanish Town areas. Viral videos show boys throwing punches at locations, including the Halfway Tree Transport Center, with one having a wound to the face. The situation has resulted in Mona High School closing for 2 days, starting today. In a message to parents and guardians, Principal of Mona High School Kevin Jones said due to the ongoing violence involving students from several corporate area high schools, a decision has been taken to close the school to protect the lives of the students. Speaking on Thursday morning, Jones said the dispute is centered around a female student from the Queen School and the 2 boys, one of whom attends Mona High and the other who attends Calabar High.
Information gleaned so far is that tension arose between boys of Mona High School and Calabar High School over a young lady who attends the Queen School. I don't know the details of it, but, the bits and pieces have been coming in. Apparently, the young lady from Queen was involved with a young man from Calabar High School, but she's now involved with a young man from Mona High. And so threats have been sent, that this boy must leave the girl alone, etc. So on Friday of last week, I think it's Friday or Monday of this week, I'm not too sure, the boys decided to approach the Mona boys at the Halfway Tree Transport Center. An argument ensued, and of course, it escalated into physical altercation. I saw that video on Wednesday. Very terrible, very worrying. I can't believe that school children would behave like this. And now I'm hearing that other schools are sympathetic to Mona High School. And I saw another video early this morning. It was sent to me by the principal of Jamaica College, where some Calabar students were attacking boys from St. George's College. So when I saw that early this morning, 4:30 a.m., I now said to myself, but wait, this thing is getting out of hand. This is growing. This is big thing. And so out of the abundance of safety and security, I made a decision to suspend classes. We had a meeting yesterday on the phone, a conference call, and that was between Calabar High School principal, Jamaica College principal, and of course, and myself. Because I understand now that JC is being drawn in it, and then Papine wants to get involved as well. Because a lot of the schools, I was told, are sympathetic to Mona High School because our boys were the victims. So we will have further discussion on the entire thing. I'll be making a couple calls today.
In the meantime, Senior Superintendent Marlon Nesbeth, commanding officer of the St. Andrews Central Police, said the police will be going to the various schools on Thursday in an attempt to quell the dispute.
So we have a serious situation on our hands. We have been countering on our projected deployment, our deployment in the affected spaces, and further that we have taken it into the schools, having discussions with the administrators, and we intend to do further that the CSSB headquarters this morning, teams will be going into these said schools, aided by the Ministry of Education partners, to have the discussions that we need to have and to put an end to this. The newly formed Beat Officer on Patrol Division that covers many of these places that the students traverse is fully on board. So they have the police in the areas directly around this particular matter today and onwards also to make sure that the conflicts don't escalate.
Police seized gun and ammo at event in Kingston. A 9mm Springfield XDP pistol along with 2 magazines and 9 rounds of ammunition were seized by the police at the premises on Avondale Avenue in Kingston on Wednesday. Reports from the Kingston Western Police are that about 10:35 p.m., a team of officers who were acting on information visited an event in the area and they searched the premises. The gun and ammunition were found on the zinc perimeter fence on the premises, the police said. No arrests were made in relation to the seizure. The police have launched an investigation. Security guard charged with abduction after taking child from institution without permission. The police have charged a security guard with the alleged abduction of a child from an institution on West Guango Crescent in Kingston on Tuesday. She has been identified as 31-year-old Saskia Aarons, a security guard of Mona Common, Kingston 7. Reports are that, about 1:30 p.m., the complainant went to pick up his child when was told somebody had already collected the child. The police said further checks revealed that Aarons reportedly took the child without the parents' permission. She was contacted by the child's mother, who met with her on Waltham Park Road, where the mother took the child and jumped from Aaron's vehicle, the police said. A report was made to the police, who commenced an investigation. Aaron's vehicle was intercepted and she was arrested and taken into custody, where she was later charged. Popular doctor ID'd as a member of the deadly Klansman gang, a well-known Spanish-home-based medical doctor is now facing possible charges under the Criminal Justice Suppression of Criminal Organizations Act, commonly called the anti-gang legislation, after it was pointed out as a member of the deadly Tetra-Miller-led faction of the Klansman gang. Deputy Commissioner of Police, in charge of the Crime and the Security Portfolio Fitzbailey on Wednesday announced that 65-year-old Dr. Paula Londa Robinson, who operates in the Young Street area of Spanish Town, St. Catherine, was arrested by the police on reasonable suspicion of breaching the anti-gang legislation. His arrest emanated from the ongoing investigation into the Tetra-Miller-led faction of the Clans gang regarding provision of services made to the criminal underworld, said Bailey in a media release. He appeared on an ID parade on Wednesday and was pointed out by two witnesses he'll be processed, and formal charges laid today or tomorrow, added Bailey. Miller and more than 20 of his alleged cronies are now before the court facing several charges, include breaching the anti-gang legislation. The alleged Klansman boss is currently serving 38 years at hard labor for engineering the 2008 murder of former chairman of the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, Douglas Chambers. According to the police, Miller and the members of his faction are the sworn enemies of the rival Andre Blackman Bryan faction of the gang, 15 members of which are now serving sentences following a trial which began in 2021 and ended last year. Bryan, who was convicted for leadership of the gang, among other crimes, was sentenced to 39.5 years behind bars when the matter concluded in October last year. Policeman injured during robbery attempt in St. Andrew. A police constable is currently undergoing treatment at hospital for injuries he sustained during a robbery at a business establishment on Constant Spring Road in St. Andrew on Wednesday, April 17. According to the police, about 11:20 a.m., the constable entered the store while the robbery was underway. Upon seeing him, it is alleged that one of the armed robbers fired at the lawman, who took evasive action and returned fire. The assailants reportedly managed to escape from the area. The police said the store owner was also stabbed during the incident and had to seek medical attention. It is suspected that one of the robbers was shot and injured during the exchange. In the meantime, investigators are currently seeking a woman who was involved in the incident and is reportedly also linked to other recent robberies. The public is being urged to provide any information they may have regarding this incident by calling Crime Stop at 311, Police Emergency at 119, the NIB tip line at 811, or the nearest police station. Investigations are ongoing. Collymore was due to receive massive financial windfall in event of wife's death. Barbados-born businessman Omar Best Collymore, who is on trial for reportedly masterminding the murder of his wife, was the sole beneficiary on her $21 million life insurance and was also allotted 70% of her second life insurance policy, which was worth $80 million. The couple's two children were the other beneficiaries of the second policy, with 15% each. The revelation was made during the testimony of the insurance agent, now branch manager, who had sold the $80 million policy to both Collymore and his wife, Simone Campbell Collymore. According to the witness, Collymore had also apportioned 70% of his life insurance to his wife and 15% each to his two children. The court further heard that the 32-year-old businesswoman's net worth was $150 million and that it was her idea to get an identical life insurance policy with her husband, as she wanted both of them to be on the same page. The 41-year-old businessman is being tried on murder and conspiracy to murder charges for the double murder of his wife and her taxi driver, Winston Corey Walters. The alleged contract killer, Michael Adams, and alleged accomplices, Shaquille Edwards and Dwayne Pink, are also on trial on similar charges. The witness, who, along with his wife, shared a close relationship with the deceased woman, on Tuesday told the court that while Campbell Collymore took out one policy in October 2017, her husband took out two to include a $10 million critical illness policy. His wife, however, had set up a similar critical illness policy. Collimore's insurance policy was later completed in November 2017 as he was awaiting additional information. The witness also told the court on Tuesday that after meeting briefly with the businesswoman to discuss purchasing her policy, he met the couple in a longer meeting to discuss their policies. Collimore's lawyer, Diane Jobson, however, suggested to the witness during cross-examination that her client never met with the branch manager and his wife. However, the branch manager disagreed. "That's your suggestion," he replied. Jobson further suggested to the witness that his negotiation was done mainly with Campbell Collimore, but the branch manager insisted that he met with the couple. "The only time I met with Mr. Collimore was when he signed the form," Jobson said further, but the witness said that's not true. The lawyer then suggested that her client was not present when the forms of the policy were signed, but the witness again disagreed. Jobson and the witness then had testy exchanges as she grilled him about the date the form was filled out for the life insurance policy. She asked him if the date written on the application was the date when the policy had been signed off on, to which he explained that the date might not be the actual date, as some forms may require additional information. Jobson then asked, when was the form filled out? In response, he reiterated that the date on the application form may not necessarily be the same date, as there are times when clients have missing information that is being awaited. Jobson pressed him further for a date after pointing out that the date on the document was July 14, 2017, to which he said the application could have been filled out 2 days before, a week before, and it still needed different documents to sign off on. That's what I'm saying. So can you tell me the date prior to the 14th of July, 2017, when you would have met with Mrs. Collimore? But the witness said he could not remember. But you can remember that it was the 14th of July, Jobson said, to which the witness replied, but you also suggested that it was 2013. No, hold on. You said that to me earlier about me knowing her from 2013, the witness continued as Jobson tried to interject. The judge, however, stepped in and told the witness that he could not propose any ideas and that his responsibility was just to answer questions. "Okay, madam, I cannot give a definite date, whether it's the 11th, the 12th, or the 10th. Good," the witness said. Jobson further asked the witness if he could recall what information the company was awaiting from the couple in July 2014 and why the policies were not signed off on then, but he indicated that he could not. Recalling his testimony about the cancellation of Collimore's policy, she asked if he had a role to play in the cancellation and if the reason had been given. The witness said it was not his role to cancel policies and that it was done by the company, which had done its investigations after Campbell Collimore's death. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.